right, guys, I bid you all good morning, good evening, and good night, wherever you're watching this transmission. You are tuned into Commonwealth for Common People. I am your host, Mike Martins. Thanks for joining us and being part of the channel, or being part of the solution, or being part of the discussion, or being part of the direction. What's going on? Well, I'll tell you what's going on. People are getting their property tax information in the mail. And it ain't looking good right now. Let me tell you that. It ain't looking good right now. And I kind of want to throw this out there because the amount of emails I've received in the last 2 weeks is just, I think it's maybe close to 1,000. Okay, 900 emails of people's property tax from Burlington, Ontario, from New York State, from Pennsylvania, from Austin, Texas, from New York. I said New York State, I'm sorry. Vancouver, Canada, Vancouver, Washington. I'm getting so many emails on property tax that it's absolutely phenomenal. So 2 years ago on the show, we did a video, 2.5 years now. It's been a while. I looked up the video. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. It was a trends in the housing market episode. And we're talking about, okay, you do own, but what's it going to cost you to own in taxes? That's the question. No one's asking, okay, I want to get into this market, and I want to, how much is it going to cost you to maintain, to stay in the market? And that, my friend, is what we're going to be talking about today. So we got trust the silence in the comments saying, this year taxes have went to the fake, free, whatever incentives, NASA lies, and reckless spending to control fake, you know what. Okay, so tonight, guys, we got to keep it, you got to keep it on track tonight, because a lot of my videos get commercials on them. So now I'm going to ask that we keep it on topic on property taxes. Property tax is major. With the amount of emails I got on property tax, it's phenomenal. Pennsylvania. What was the other one? From Kansas. There was another one too from, was it Nebraska? Where was it? We're going to go through some of it and some of the articles we have here. And so who's going to offset the coffers? We've been talking about this too for years. If there's nobody paying taxes in these big cities, you're seeing a mass exodus of young families that actually, blue-collar workers, that don't work for the public sector, okay? They don't work for the government. Because when you work for the government, it's like a strain. I pay my taxes, I work for the government. No, because the people that actually pay the taxes are paying your wages, right? So that's the problem that we're having here. So we got King Cash YouTube saying taxation is theft. Guys, don't forget to check out his channel. He should just call me on Skype, King. Just call me on audio. You don't have to show yourself. Just call on audio. Talk for us for a little bit about what's going on. King Cash YouTube, guys, he's in the comments. Please check out his channel. He puts up some really good content. Put up a post. I put up a video today. It got taken down. And I was reading 3 articles about property tax. I was reading articles on property tax in 3 different states, and they took down the video saying it went against the policies. I could understand if they take down a video and we're talking about the serum or something. We're talking about the serum and how it's affecting people and how blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, help me, please. Okay, so we got property taxes are the least one concern when properties are falling apart. That's true. And that's very true. That's very true. Properties are falling apart. They need to be maintained. I mean, there's literally, I went to see $2 million homes that needed to be knocked down and rebuilt for $2 million if you want to buy it. Yep. All right, let's go do a quick channel plug, and we're going to roll over into what is happening in... this is crazy. You guys have... we're going to go over a little bit of discussion here, what's happening in the markets, what's happening here and there. I still have to open a few... Sorry, guys, I've been trying really hard to get things rolling on time here. And, I got to spend my time with you guys, because you guys keep me, sane, or keep me in check. Okay, here we go, guys. So there it is. So, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm hoping to get to 14,000 subscribers by Christmas. So I need another 40 or 50 subs. So that's about 7 or 6 subscribers per month. Also, guys, don't forget to check out ralphie.co.new Zealand, the creator of our music and music creator for the channel. There it is. And don't forget to give your donation because Mike in the Night gets replayed in New Zealand here off this radio show. So if you guys want to go there and check it out and listen and stream live New Zealand radio with Mike in the Night. Also, guys, don't forget to buy something on Teespring. I got the I Love Amerifornia stuff is actually selling. So I Love Amerifornia. Amerifornia is coming to a city near you in America. Guys, I'm going to give you my Instagram. Just message me here. All messages go through on Instagram. There's no holding back on Instagram. We got our Discord channel here. We got Layla commenting on there, right? We got all kinds. Oh, there's Hilldog! Hilldog's on here. So, guys, I'm going to give you our Discord. I think it's this link here. So, this is the Discord here. If you guys want to come on the Discord, the link is located on top of the channel right here. If you go to the top of the channel right there, there's our Discord if you guys want to be part of our Discord. Also, art by Dano, not your typical art. Don't forget to check him out. He says ever since I've been advertising him, he says his sales are up 60%, and it's really good that you guys are supporting art by Dano. We're going to have Dano on Mike in the Night. His booth over at the beach at Huntington Beach, I think it was, on the pier in California got trashed. His booth got trashed by looters or whatever. So he's going to come on the show on Saturday to keep us up to date. And I got an random open. And guys, and don't forget to sponsor the Amerifornia tour with Lord Humongous, who's taking a van across the United States of America and stopping around and getting stories for us on what is happening. Okay, guys, let's get into some discussion here on what's going on. So, Mike, have you considered doing a podcast 2.0? I'm not sure what that means. If someone could explain. What else is going on? All right. Okay, Bat Soup is saying Texas is taxes. And we got, how can you pay tax every year if you own the property? Well, that's how it works, guys. That's how it works. Yep, Scotty is saying, dang, California is going nuts right now. Oh, big time. All right. So, guys, we got, don't forget to comment there on our live thing there if you have any links you want to send us. And, okay, let's go over here real quick. Let's go into our stories, and we're going to start kicking off our stories. And this is an important one out of Canada because Canada's real estate is nuts. So, it's $2 million for a house you could buy in Louisiana for $12,000, and it costs $2 million in Canada. You can't make this stuff up. So, BMO revises worst case forecast for Canadian real estate to a much larger drop. So now they're forecasting a larger drop coming in the times ahead. What are they forecasting? There it is. There's the best case scenario that it continues going up, and there's the base. And there's the worst case scenario. So you're looking at huge decline. Let's get this to full screen article mode here. There it is right there. You're looking at a major decline. Housing should not be this much. Best case scenario seems home prices rise 24. Best case scenario is home prices rise 33%. And where's the worst case here? It's in there somewhere, but here it is, guys. You can see it right here. Is the worst case scenario by December 2022. You're going to start to see a huge decline in the price of housing. So somebody's saying property tax is higher in smaller towns and cities in Ontario. That's correct. That is very correct. So there it is. Oh, here it is. The worst case scenario for Canadian real estate is a 29% drop. So if you're living in Canada, it's here, guys. It looks like, I don't know, I think they're reaching these points of no return now when they're actually giving this information out and saying, look, this is it. We're not going to hold back. We're not going to hold back. We're just going to say it now. And you know what? We're at a point of no return anymore. We gotta kind of warn people. So later on, they could say, whoa, we told you about this. We told you that real estate was, we told you everything. That's what they're going to tell you in the mainstream media about, we told you. So Batsup, what is everyone's property tax? Mine's $3,400. I think I made a video about that the other day. 33 or $3,400. It went up 700 or $800. Mine went up $800 in a year. The Canadian property bubble just saw a leading price indicator show the top is near. So there it is right there. So if you're living in Canada and you've been waiting for a correction since 2010, here it is, people. The Canadian property bubble just saw a leading price indicator show the top is near. So there it is. There's your price growth right there. Oh, this little... Let me full screen this. Sorry, guys, if I'm making you yawn. Okay, here we go, guys. There it is. There's the price growth right there, and it's reached the top. So, there it is. And that's with the listings there. And there it is right there. So you're seeing the Canadian real estate picture. Generally, the national level of price growth tends to peak shortly after the SNLR. Since 2005, the annual rate price growth peaked between 2 to 6 months. So there it is right there. So SNLR for Toronto real estate has led price growth by 2 to 6 months. And there it is right there. You can see it there. And there is your... Right, it's really hard to see this, but you can see it there, right there. The build-up right there. There's the correction right here we had back in 2008, 2009. And then this is when everything pretty much after 2010, right about here, just started to go nuts. And this is when you start to see corrections. This is when COVID kicked off right here, and then things started to go nuts again. So there's lots of indicators that are telling you that the market is not operating normally. And when you have to save 25 years for a down payment on a home, like you literally have to save 25 years. I don't even know if that's even adjusted to inflation, but yeah, that's another one. That's another one we need to discuss, actually. So there's lots happening right now, and it looks like we hit the top. Canadians now owe $260 billion in HELOC debt. Second mortgages, $260 billion. Let's see what this says here before we get into property tax discussion. Canadians now have $260 billion worth of HELOC. 200. Wow, look at that. Keep on borrowing. There it is from 2010. Right here, 2010. And from 2010, it just takes off. This problem started in 2010 when Canada was competing for wealthy investors. And since wealthy investors have been coming on Canadian shore, Canadians really are not needed anymore to fund the whole, that's why they protected, money laundering and all that stuff. That was serious back in the day. Nowadays, depending what country you're from, you could do whatever you want in this country. So we got Mike Gears, Bat Soup, Doug Washington. Doug Washington said, Doug Washington bounced Mike, and Washington State, our property went up 90% last year. Yeah. Washington was started taking off after tail end of 2016, 2017, when Vancouver put in the foreign buyers tax in Vancouver, Canada. People left Vancouver and set their sights on Washington State, and they went to Seattle, Olympia. They went everywhere and started buying up property. A majority of Seattle's expensive properties are under corporate numbers. They're not even under a person's name. It's under a corporation number. Washington, Oregon, and California, New York State, Massachusetts, and Pennsylvania, like those states are the big money laundering states of America. Those are the ones that bring in huge amounts of money. Texas, not really. Texas is becoming Amerifornia now. Amerifornia is going to sweep across America. So if you're already in those, blue states, you already know what's going on in the blue states. It's the people that live in a small town in Texas or Idaho or parts of Florida. They're going to be hit with this Amerifornia, and this Amerifornia is going to be a big problem for Americans. Americans better wake up and smell the coffee. Okay, property taxes. Well, here it is. Where do we start? 2021 property tax notices is in the mail. Increases up to anywhere from 3 to 7% in property tax hikes. Edmonton to collect $2.2 billion in property tax notices sent out. 400,000 tax notices mailed out on Tuesday. Edmonton property owners will soon know exactly the year the city will collect $2.2 billion from property taxes, with $482 million of that going to a province to fund education. Interesting. What's in the Vancouver mayor of aims for property tax hike under 5%. There it is. City staffing projecting revenue loss of $70 million this year. Yes, big cities, what happens is when people leave big cities and the mass exodus, there's no one paying taxes in there anymore. The problem is when you get a bunch of people that go in, leave properties empty, and refuse to pay tax, you're going to have a big problem on your hands. Here it is. Property taxes are up. Here's where they rose the most. Property taxes jumped. So if you're living in the United States of America, you want to actually kind of tune into this. San Francisco is up 11.1. That's a blue state. San Jose is up 10.8%. Blue state. Seattle up 10.3%. Blue state. Atlanta 10.2%. I don't know if that's a blue state anymore. I don't know because with the election fraud, I don't know what's going on. San Diego, blue state. Tampa, red, 10%. Denver, blue, 9.9%. Raleigh, 9.7%. I think that's a blue state too. Columbus, blue state, 9.1%. You kind of wonder, you get who you vote for. Lowest property taxes in the nation. Arkansas came in at second. Who is the state's average property tax? Which one is Virginia? Virginia's got the cheapest property tax right now, and Arkansas came in second. While Tennessee clocked in just slightly higher at $1,202, Mississippi at $1,241 for the average homeowner took the number 4 spot. Why the jump? The increase in property taxes isn't too surprising. After all, tax bills are tied to home values, and those have been on a tier over last year. So there it is. The bottom line, unfair advantages and how real estate became a billionaire factory. Well, you got to understand a lot of these. So look at these states and cities and where they're at and how they're faring in your area. Yeah, Atlanta used to be a red state. Well, it's blue now. And there it is right there. There it is with the list with all the other blues. So you guys think I'm making this stuff up? It kind of hurts, or it's kind of scary when you start doing your own research. That's what's happening in America. The Daily News. This is from Galveston. In Texas, 2021 property tax appraisals are a threat to the community. Well, yeah. And it goes on to say here, I cannot promise that our taxes will never go up. That's not a reality, public or private. We all have wants and needs. However, it would be inappropriate to allow such extraordinary changes in property values to instantly skyrocket the tax bills. The answer cannot be more and more and more. For our part, the navigation district commissioners will not allow it. So they're putting their foot down in Texas. Well, here's the deal. What do they do in Canada, guys? If you've been watching the show for years, we've been doing trends in the housing market. What do they do to offset raising property taxes for 2 years in Canada before they really started to raise property taxes to a level where it's at right now? What did they do before? Does anybody know? Can anybody remember? They raised the price of gas. So they raised the price, they added more taxes to the gasoline, making it more expensive, and they kept them on, and they're going to keep raising property tax in line now with gasoline prices. Yet no bigger in Washington. Texas property is sky high. Yep. Again, Texas is the new Amerifornia. And, I lost the article here. What was that? Something from Florida. A third zero property tax increase could threaten the city of Calgary. Services as CFO. So there it is right there. And Calgary is in a lot of trouble right now. In recent years, this balance has focused on achieving savings and a competitive tax rate, but the need for future investments and to keep the pace with population growth and service expectations is growing. And Canada's a weird country. They keep talking about, population growth, but they keep bringing in... Canada could easily easily manage its population growth. Stop flying in immigrants. Problem solved. Stop flying in immigrants. Yeah! Investors are not even listed under Canadian Immigration Act. They're actually investors. There's hundreds of thousands of them coming in per year, parking their money in Canadian shores. Right? Want more proof? Here we go. Want more proof? Let's bring this up live. Record flight, capital flight, here it is. I'm going to keep bringing this up till it gets into people's heads. A record flight of capital, $43.6 billion from Hong Kong to Canada as China cracks down. So there it is. In 1 year, Hong Kong has brought in $43.6 billion. And the Americans are freaking out that Hong Kong has brought in $11 billion and raised the prices of housing in Salt Lake City, Utah, Texas, South Carolina, other parts of the states are crying because of $11 billion. Canada with $35 million, they brought in $43 billion in 1 year. Yeah! This is so good. This is great. But that's why our population keeps going up. If Canada wants to curb population control, Canadians aren't having kids, right? So, okay, let's go here. Look at this. I'm looking up stuff for you guys. Look at that. Live on the spot. Birth tourism jumps 22%. There it is. Number of women coming to Canada to give birth, which automatically bestows citizenship on the baby, is expanding much faster in British Columbia. This is from 2020, when everything was supposed to be closed off. So more and more people are coming in, and our birth rate is up only because of birth tourism. Look at that, 21.9%. Holy smokes. Our death rate, look at the death rate here, is higher. And look at BC. Well, that's it. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, government which controls immigration policy, has been silent on the matter. For Conservative Party leader Andrew Scheer in 2018, he would end birth tourism. So there it is right there. Birth tourism is up, and this is our population growing. And it's not Canadians. So if they stop, they can fix this problem long time ago. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! So anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying tonight's show. Hope you guys are enjoying. You're getting a good one tonight, man. So here we go. San Francisco up 11.1%. San Jose 10.8%. All blue states except Tampa. And everywhere else, all property taxes are going up. Amerifornia is coming, folks. Hope everyone's prepared for Amerifornia. What Amerifornia has to offer. Amerifornia is nice. It's going to create freedom and individuality. Amerifornia is the way. I should get a soapbox, like a soapbox made of wood, go down to Times Square or something, and get on there. If I don't get my butt kicked for being there, then I would talk about Amerifornia and the importance of bringing Amerifornia to the rest of. I'm being sarcastic, guys. So there it is. Gem Rose is like, it kills me watching the rich folks hiding out and relaxing based upon inside track info from the government while the poor slobs run around trying to figure out what's going on. Thank you, Gem Rose. That was a good comment. Scott Hareka saying they don't want to fix the problem, and that is the problem. That's exactly what the problem is. All right, let's keep going. So you got to keep in mind connecting dots. City blames pandemic for 50% spike in tax arrears. So they're going to be raising property taxes. So they're going to start. There's the arrears. What city is this? Where is this? Oh, Moose Jaw, Alberta is behind in taxes. Colorado Supreme Court ruling on mill levy paves the way for property tax increase and more school funding. Okay, so if they want to fix this problem they're having, start curbing your immigration policies, and you'll start to see the death rate start to supersede. The death rate will supersede the birth rate easily, because no one could afford to have kids, and then you'll start to see a correction. It'll take about 7 years, but leave it alone. don't let anyone else in. You know what I'm saying? So Mike's so cool. He says what he says what we all want to say. Okay, there it is. House Bill 1164 will gradually increase local taxes over 2 decades. So there it is, and that is Colorado. Burlington approves property tax increase. Here's how much higher you'll be paying. Oh, she's got the mask on. She's got the mask. Oh my God, she's got the mask on. Guys, we got to get a hold of Ricky Spanish because he has a few things he wants to talk about on property taxes. So
Ricky Spanish.
So hopefully we can get Ricky Spanish on to actually give us an update on what is happening in his neck of the woods with property taxes and where it is headed. We got João da Costa from Lisbon, Portugal. He's saying it's 2:23 in the morning, and I'm watching your show, Mike. Wow, it's 2:23 in the morning in Portugal, but they're still watching me. So Burlington. Now, this is not Burlington, Australia. This is not Burlington, England. This is not Burlington, New Zealand. This is Burlington, Ontario. City of Burlington collects property tax for the city. Oh my God, I didn't know that. Halton Region and the Halton District School Boards, the total combined tax levy for all 3 entities is approximately $439 million. The city's levy is 182. The city collects 141 on behalf of Halton Region and 116 million on behalf of Halton Region District School Boards. The taxes levied for Halton Region and Halton District School Boards are remitted to them. So here's the deal with this, guys. Again, if we could curve immigration, stop flying in people, stop bringing in people from the back door with deep pockets. Okay, we got Ricky Spanish. Ricky Spanish. Yo, Ricky Spanish.
Oh, hey, what's up, babe?
Not much. Okay.
Ricky Spanish.
You're gonna have to explain property taxes. What the heck is going on? Because people are losing it. I have received, I don't know how many hundreds of emails in the last week or so,
Ricky Spanish.
just on what's happening with property taxes.
Yeah. We have a saying for it, but I can't say it. But because I work in real estate, so a lot of times I get customers that will refinance just so they don't have to pay their property taxes because they put it in escrow.
That's correct. In the States, you could do that. In Canada, there's no way around it.
Yeah, I don't really know that much about Canada. I know that you guys are like indirectly almost the same, but not the same. Kind of the same, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
And
I got some updated news. We got Wiser 3754 from Australia just sent me $5. He's saying greetings from Victoria, Australia, who just went back into lockdown. Whoo, bloody Ray. Australia just went back into lockdown. Ricky Spanish.
Tell them to go lock themselves up. The people trying to lock them down. Tell them, these people are getting vaccinated and they're still wearing 6 masks. Did you hear the governor of Florida say that today?
No, I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry. I just had so much on my plate today. You have no idea.
I hear you. It's maybe it's a 5G. You saw the hack into the nano chip in the vaccine.
That's correct. Yes, that's correct. Yes, we'll talk about that on Mike in the Night because I don't want to get in trouble.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I know you wanted to call me about taxes. I'm not really. I really don't have that much on taxes because.
Ricky Spanish.
But I don't understand. From my view, from what I've seen, the politicians who drive up the taxes are usually the mob guys.
Right, the wise guys.
Yeah, I don't know, because I see Trudeau. I've seen some articles recently about him with his mother and his paying his mother like $500,000. He gave his mother, I think it was like $20 million or something. for
Yeah,
a
that was some
charity.
GoFundMe thingy, Mickey Mouse thingy that, it's just, it's sad it didn't happen to Donald Trump because they would have actually investigated it. But because it happens to the wrong people, nobody cares. Imagine that laptop was Donald Trump's laptop. I don't want to go into it, but imagine that laptop. If anyone that's been on Earth for the last 2 years and then they haven't been under a rock and know what laptop I'm talking about, just God forbid that was Donald Trump's. Just God forbid it wasn't. Just thank God it wasn't, because
So
it would have been. It would have been. Yeah, it would have been game over for the planet. The planet would have ended.
Right. Yeah. Well, what's your current status on what's going on right now? Because I see a lot of people organizing. They're like, all right, we had enough. Like we talked about it last week with the what's going on. They're really tired of it, and they're trying to. I guess it's kind of like the Marjorie Green thing, where she trying to raise more money. She's saying these people are trying to get me out, but they want to turn the country into socialists.
Well,
And
every country is heading towards socialism, right? I just got an in-depth email from an author in Argentina who writes books. Wrote me an email and told me in Spanish, basically telling me what has been happening in Argentina in the last 7 years, and it's crazy. You know what it is? Here's the thing, okay? I think even if they reset, let's say they go back to zero reset, dude, Ricky, Spanish, listen
yeah,
to me. Argentina's reset from zero 3 times, and they still can't get it right. In the last 10 years, they've reset 3 times. No, people don't know that. They look it up and they're like, whoa, they went to zero 3 times and they still can't get it right?
yeah. I was in the discussion because I do a lot of discussions all day.
Oh, by the way, if you want a
And,
discussion, guys, Ricky Spanish is in always. He's very active. I made him an underboss. I made you an underboss, by the way, on our Discord.
yeah, I just posted the one thing. If you take a look at the last thing I posted, I was on Daily Mail and I was looking at the photo, and then I zoomed into the eyeball of the person that's in the photo, and that's not her.
Really? Okay,
I
let's go.
mean,
Let's go to
you know,
Discord,
that's not
guys. I'm going to give you guys a
yeah.
link for our Discord if you guys want to join the Discord here. And it's going to be good for Mike in the night, so we can kind of stay on topic. But yeah, we're checking the eye. It's not her eyes. Yeah, that's correct. I see that there.
Yeah, it's a population. I sent you the image of the Kissinger was the one. He runs a Kissinger and Associates. He's been the consultant. He's an intelligence agent. Well, not anymore. He's old. He's about to die.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how you start out.
Yeah, Scotty Hareka in the
So
comments is saying Ricky Spanish drops a lot of good links.
yeah, and I'm into this whole, trying to figure out. There's a lot of occult, like all these world wars seem to have a relationship with occult, and even the French Revolution. And I have a lot of inside people who are telling me that there's a war going on between the cabal and the Masons, because the Masons don't like what they're doing to the adrenochrome and the children. So
All right, we got to stay on topic, dude. I don't want to get kicked
yeah,
off.
so right, so yeah, I mean, but with the taxes, these are the people who are doing the taxes. These are the mob guys. They're a part of, because that's the same
but
group.
this is a win-win for the mob. It's like, you know what this is like? Look, you're a bookie. You're collecting bets. When you win, you pick up. When they lose, you just don't pay them. Or when they win, you don't lay. And when they lose, you don't lay. So either way, you win. You see what I'm saying? So what it is property taxes. Properties go up in price. Property taxes could stay the same at, let's say, 2%, 1%. But people are paying more because the property values went up. Property taxes don't have to go up. Housing goes up.
Yeah, it's a partnership, but they're not giving you anything in return.
Exactly.
And they're jacking up all the. I know. I see a lot of people moving to Puerto Rico. It's triple tax exempt there, and that's in the United States. So you still have the benefits, and you have the safety of the army and everything else. the military's in charge. So, like I said last time, I'm just waiting for the drops and the deltas to come out so that we can get some more intel. So that if we're really going to make this happen, if this guy's, these guys are supposed to be in charge, they're going to raise taxes, and they're not doing the due diligence.
Never mind raising taxes, Ricky Spanish. Forget it. Let's just talk about raising home prices in set. Like you said, it's a partnership, and then they're going to pay more tax. That's going to come across America. This is part of Amerifornia. This is what we're talking about. The whole country is going to become California. And when people in Canada, oh, California is sunny, it's nice, it's got Hollywood. Well, guess what, Ricky Spanish? There's homelessness. There's poverty. There's fentanyl. There's all kinds of drugs, synthetic marijuanas. The youth is dying, and that's what's really happening. And if America turns into California, watch out. You'll never see a conservative president get voted in. You'll never see the odd, you know what I mean by conservative? I mean the odd guy that mows his lawn every Sunday, takes his kid to church, goes to his daughter's ballet recital, an ordinary guy getting in there and becoming a leader. That's never going to happen again now.
Right. No, it's true. Unfortunate that we give these. I guess if they're kind of like they're just families that've been they've been in
dynasty. It's a dynasty.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's because it's all the same names and it doesn't go away. I know. I'm again, I got, you got to have a plan and prepare. Like I said last time, is just prepare. If they're going to tax and tax and tax, so then whatever. You're not a, I always have a saying, you're not a tree. You pick up and move. You can sell, right. And take your equity and go somewhere else and make some equity somewhere else. And prices are up in your area. There's always other areas. Like I was searching and in different areas to buy in New York, but I'm not gonna put my time in to go back and forth with these people. I'm gonna get my real estate. That's what you need to do, is everybody just get your license and real estate license. And when it comes time you want to sell it, you're on the listing. You list your property yourself, and you save yourself 5% because they're going to hit you over the head with the 5% or the fees at the end of the day.
That's
you don't
actually
want to pay those.
A really good. In Merritt, I think we have more real estate agents in the little town I live in than we have homes for sale. So that's actually a really good way to put it, actually, realistically. Guys, Scotty G in the comments is saying, if your property goes up, the land tax will steal from your food bill.
What, to harvest food or something?
No. If your property taxes go up, the land tax obviously will go up, and it will steal away from what you could buy for food.
Yeah, well, we're having like shortages, like whatever I'm sure they have plenty of food. Like in New York, they got plenty of food. People just love to. I don't know about you guys, but in America, people love to eat, especially in the South. There's people are way overweight. Mm-hmm. People, I don't know, you guys don't. Yeah, I know. I have a lot of Canadian friends. Mostly of them are hockey players, but I told you guys that in the past. What's his face from? I think he's on Pittsburgh, the hockey team now. What was his name? Cosby.
Yeah, Sidney Crosby.
Yeah, I knew a lot of him and his friends.
Okay.
From I think it was Ottawa, like Ontario area. Yeah, so I enjoyed them. They were fun to hang out. They were heavy drinkers, and I used to drink a lot back in the day. I don't drink. Like I said last time, I went out and had a few shots of tequila, and the next thing I opened my mouth, they put me in a stinky cell for the night because I have I'm in a totalitarian state.
Yeah,
the whole country is totalitarian. The whole world is totalitarian. They're trying to. The taxes is a whole totalitarianism, another ism. So.
Search for the Truth is saying the Midwest was full of overweight people. So, yeah, I mean, people like to eat. I guess, it happens, Okay, Ricky Spanish, listen, I got to let you
Thank
go,
you,
buddy.
brother.
I got to let you go.
Yeah,
Listen,
man.
if people want to talk to you, people could... Listen, hold on. People could message you directly on Discord. Ricky Spanish is an underboss on Discord. You could go ahead and message him directly, or you could post on the page, or you could, if you need to message him with anything, he's on there.
All the time. I'm always on, just trying to find intel and just trying to, I'm trying to stay on top of things.
That's good, Ricky Spanish.
And prepare and make sure you guys are well prepared so that in the, over the next year or 2 years, we're ready to go. Just, we're not going to let anything bad happen to us. So.
All right.
They did enough, and the taxes enough, and everything they've done enough. We're gonna handle it, though. So thank you, brother, for calling me.
God bless you, Ricky. We'll see you on Discord. Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, guys. That was our man Ricky Spanish on the show, giving us a little bit of insight on what is happening. You'll find him on the Discord. He's always on the Discord, always talking on the Discord. Adding really good links. I can't even talk about half the stuff. And this is public knowledge. This isn't stuff that's coming from Uranus or from Saturn or Jupiter. This is stuff that's... Even if I talked about this stuff... Dude, I read 2 articles this morning and they took down my video about, what was it? Property tax. Property tax articles I read. They took down my video. All right, guys. I hope everyone's doing good out there. All right. I want to talk to Dominic, but Dominic made a video on his BitChute. Again, that's more of a Mike in the Night thing that's happening. Layla has been sending me a ton of housing talk. I'm going to see if she could pick up her Skype. Yeah, Layla's not... Skype is not on. I want to talk to her about... Because she sent me a lot of stuff about real estate recently. And I want to know what she knows about property tax and what is happening with property tax in your neck of the woods. My property taxes went up like $840. Whatever. I'm paying $3,400 now for property tax. When I moved in, I was paying like $1,400. 4 years later, I'm paying like $3,400. So Scott says, talking about property taxes racist. Everything's racist. The shirt I'm wearing is racist. This hat I'm wearing is racist. This wallet's racist. This water's racist. Everything is racist. Everyone is racist. Somebody asked me the other day, aren't you scared of someone calling you a racist? I'm like, no, call me a racist, but don't call me a toaster. You can call me a racist, but do not call me a toaster. All right, it is 11:40 in the morning in Sydney, Australia. I just got a message from somebody out there that's saying hi and keep up the good work. And we had Ricky Spanish on. Ricky Spanish came on and made... let's see if Supremo picks up his phone to kind of discuss what's happening with this whole BS property taxes. It's 5 a.m. in Egypt. It's good. We gotta call people in Egypt. It's 5 in the morning. All right, no answer for Supreme Canon. Okay, we're not getting anybody here tonight. Guys, Mike Martin's 1980. Call into the show live. Let's find out what's happening with property taxes in your area. I got hundreds of articles here. I was flooded with property tax emails from all over North America. I'm talking from California, from Florida, from Pennsylvania, Vancouver, Toronto, Ottawa. Property taxes going up everywhere. And come on, somebody call in and talk about this. We're talking property taxes tonight and how it's affecting you. And what is it? You see, like, ooh, we got to pay more for the schooling. Population's growing up. What population growth? Canada has no population growth. Canadians aren't having babies. It's the people that keep bringing in to prop up the Canadians are going to die off. The people that built the country, the Europeans, they're all going to die off over time because Europeans cannot immigrate to Canada like they used to. In 93, they closed immigration from Europe, in case you don't know that. It happened in 93. So trust the silence saying so in the US they say math is racist because you can't force people to come to one conclusion, but science isn't, and you should get the juice. Woo! Wow. So just sell your house, then your property taxes go to zero. But then the problem is the people that are paying more property taxes are going to increase your rent. Don't you get it? It's going to affect renters. Even homeless people will be affected for this. Well, how are homeless people going to be affected by this? Because they're going to stay homeless. Don't you get it? The KCC is saying, what kind of property tax goes up? My property tax is steady, but my parents is one of a box in the sky. So if you're not experiencing any property tax hikes, please call in and let us know how property taxes haven't moved. Because if your property is going up in value, you're obviously going to pay more taxes. I'm paying I have my property tax statement, and I think it's upstairs. It's $3,400, but when I moved in, it was like $1,400, and that was like 5 years ago. So we got Crazy Shredder saying Pennsylvania was my home state, high taxes. Yeah. Oh, Liam messaged me. We got all kinds of people messaging us through the wire here. All right, let's see what's happening in the markets. I was hoping a couple of people would have called in, but that's okay. I'm not going to. There's our thing here going full blast. If you want to join us on our Discord's going strong. There it is right there. Discord's going strong. Link on top of the channel. All right, guys, so let's keep going with the articles then. Let's just keep going. Property taxes going up everywhere. Either your properties are going up and you're paying more tax, or either they're just increasing your property tax blatantly, like in Canada, because they reached a plateau. Oh, let me call Owen, because Owen's got updates on this, actually. Let's see if Owen picks up. Let's see if Owen picks up the phone, because he's the one who actually notified me on that crazy runoff water from the driveway tax. Pick up, Owen. No one's picking up their phones tonight. Right, no one's picking up the phones. We got Gypsy Girl saying Michigan super high taxes. Parents paid $4,000 in annual taxes back in early 90s for a modest 2-story in a once small college town. God only knows how much taxes are now. Wow. Peter O'Brien saying, you think a few Kiwi farmers are gonna take your country, going to take your country back, says Gull, says, who says that? Scott. But they are increasing taxes. So people are saying, well, properties are going up. They shouldn't be raising property taxes, because what's the point of raising property taxes? Because properties are going up, so you're paying more tax. In Canada, that's not the case. In Canada, they're still raising property taxes while properties are going up in price. And that's why I'm paying $3,400 a year in property tax, as opposed to $1,400 when I first moved in. Edmonton to collect $2.2 billion in property tax. Vancouver mayor affirms for property tax hike under 5%. Do you know what that means? That's a lot. There's a guy paying $44,000 for a hairdressing salon. There's a guy paying $110,000 a year in property tax in Toronto for a restaurant. So if you're just joining us, here's the update here. Property taxes are up. Here's where they rose the most. San Francisco, blue state. San Jose, blue state. Seattle, blue state. Atlanta, Georgia's a blue state now. Yeah, blue. San Diego, blue state. Tampa, red. Denver, blue. Raleigh, North Carolina. Is Raleigh? I can't remember. And Columbus, blue. That's in Ohio. So there it is right there. Everywhere. Property taxes jumped the most. Property tax increase is seen nationally in 4 years at the market level, though some hikes were even more significant. In fact, in 55% of the top 220 metro markets, property taxes increased more than the national average. That's in Amerifornia. Amerifornia, here we come. Here's a complete guide to making it work. So guys, in America, you got something we don't have in Canada. Taxes and deductions for property owners. Capital gains tax and property taxes are also called real estate taxes. Unfortunately, in Canada, we have no way of doing that in Canada. In Canada, you pay the property tax. You don't offset it like they do in the States. You pay it in Canada. Yeah. So it's very interesting. Someone's asking, why yelling? Oh, I'm not really yelling. I'm just talking. I'm Portuguese. You should hear Ricky Spanish when he has a few tequilas in him.
Ricky Spanish.
Yeah, you should hear Ricky Spanish when he has a few tequilas in him. I'm telling you. Okay. Scott, my Skype is Mike Martins 1980. Scott, please add me on Skype and call in and give us an update on what the heck is going on in your neck of the woods. Dorico tried calling me. It's a good giggle. Hold on, let me call Dorico here. He called me. Let's see if Dorico picks up the phone. Because he actually called me a few times, and I'm not avoiding him. It says I missed 19 calls from him. He usually has some stuff he needs to share with us, but he's got no stuff here. He's not picking up. Okay, no big deal. It's like nobody's available tonight. Like, where's everybody? I guess everyone's enjoying this beautiful weather we've been having, and Hitting Stacks is messaging me too. Hitting Stacks. I don't think they pay property tax in Australia because they pay tax duty when they buy a house, so they pay the tax up front. Wow, somebody messaged me they're 300K down on their crypto. Holy crap. Holy crap. 300 large. Big Rob, New Zealand, is say, hi guys, busy packing up and moving. I'm out of Auckland. So there's a lot of people relocating to obviously smaller towns. That it's a temporary fix. It's good. It's good to get out of the cities, right? But, man, nobody's open. Nobody's open for discussion. Come on, guys. Add me on Skype. Mike Martins 1980. Let's get this thing rolling. Dominic is not picking up either.
Ricky Spanish.
Yeah, Ricky Spanish made an appearance already today. You could find him on Discord. He's live. Okay, there's nobody here. I feel kind of like embarrassed, but that's okay. It is what it is. I can't really do nothing about it, and it is what it is. Okay, Silver Scott's calling me. Yo, Silver Scott, what's up, buddy? Silver Scott? Hello? Is this Silver Scott? Whoa, what was that? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now. Hello?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good. Where are you calling from? What country?
I am in Toronto.
Oh, you're in Toronto because you're out east, Miami time. So what's going on property tax wise in your neck of the woods?
Well, you just pulled up an article. They raised taxes 2.5%.
Right. Right. And how is that even? Why are they doing this when the property is already going up in price and you're paying more as you go? Why are they going to raise property taxes on top of the increasing property values?
Well, they just want to destroy the middle class even more than they have already.
So tell us, what's on your mind? What's going on?
I don't like. I don't know. They're just, they're gonna make up a bunch of excuses, and all taxes are gonna go up. Fuel prices are gonna go up. Electricity's gonna go up, and real estate's probably gonna go down, right?
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's gonna have less spending income, and we're all gonna get less wealthy. We're all gonna be poor together.
Scott, I spoke to somebody, I spoke to a member of parliament from Alberta, and he told me, I asked him, I go, hey, okay, property taxes are going up in Alberta. I get it. But what happens if properties go down 30, 40, 50%? You know what he told me they're going to do?
What are they gonna do to us?
They're going to raise property taxes according to the decrease in property values so they could maintain the same amount of money from us.
Yeah, of course. So, why would they have to suffer, right? For doing a horrible job. Why don't they just make us suffer instead, right?
Right. Right.
So they can't run the country, and then they're going to make us pay for it.
That's a good way of putting it. They can't run the country, but we pay. So we're paying their golden ticket, and they basically don't do nothing for us. It's like taking us on a ride, but we're not going with them.
Yeah, exactly how it works, right?
Wow. Very interesting point of view. So where do you see, honestly, like where are we with this? Like where are we right now? Okay, I know you're in Toronto, but where are we? Like where are we headed? Like what's going on? Are you guys headed towards another lockdown? What's the number one fear right now in Toronto?
Well, it's there's a lot of fears. They're going to force. I don't like how they're going to make the vaccine mandatory. They're saying it's not mandatory, but it's they're painting a different picture, right? Because they're going to start taking away privileges if you don't decide that you want to comply with their outrageous rules, right?
But don't we have rights over privileges? Because you know how freedom of speech is a right, not a privilege. You know what I'm saying?
We think we have rights, but they're kind of showing us different, right? Like we all think we have these rights, but then when we try to exercise them, it's completely different, right? You'll get arrested, you'll get tickets, you'll get fines, you'll have to fight them in court. And most of the tickets are getting thrown out in court, actually. So
yeah. So let me ask you. So it doesn't. This. How do you feel that now that Victoria, Australia, went on lockdown? Now Victoria went on lockdown for 8 months or 7 months in 2020 straight, like really locked down. I mean, you had to print off a permission form at your house and get it signed by someone to go visit your parents. So how does that make you feel now that Victoria is going back on lockdown again? Like me living in Canada, I'm afraid of this.
yeah, well, it's baby steps, right? So they're conditioning us, right? Just they take what they can, and then like right now they're gonna be forced to pull back a bit and lay off a lot of these restrictions because they know they're going too far. They're going beyond what people are going to accept. So then, they lay back a bit, and then it comes in a second wave, and then they come after even more, and then they'll ease up a bit. You can go golfing now, right? They'll tell you, oh, you know what? You're allowed to go golfing now. And then, it's all going to change, right? Yeah.
We'll give you golf now.
Oh, yeah. But you know that we're being nice about it, right? So be thankful we're allowing you to go play 18 holes. You know, you should thank us for that,
Mhm.
right? It's outrageous, right? And then it's gonna come in a second wave, and then they'll grab even more, rip more freedoms. You know,
It's plain as day. And I made a video. I spent a good deal of time this morning making a video, and it got taken down. And all I was talking about was property tax hike in a couple of cities in Canada and how it's being curved and what they're working on towards and their goals and stuff. And what if they're so worried about the overpopulation in Canada? If Canada stops bringing in people, period. Let's say Canada did what they did to Europe in 1993. No more immigration from Europe allowed. If Canada did that to the whole world, in 7 years, our death rate will be like 7 or 8% higher than our birth rate.
mm-hmm.
We wouldn't have this problem.
Oh, they can fix the problem. Like I was saying it to you. I don't think they actually have any interest in fixing the
That's right.
problem, right? It's just that even isn't even on their mind at all.
Right.
Like, you know, how can we solve this problem? We're not even interested in that. We don't want to hear about that. Right?
Yeah, because like I said, you know, we shut down immigration from the world for 10 years. In 10 years, we'll be down to 27 million people or less.
Yeah.
So I don't know what if you do 20 years, we'll be down to about 16 million people. So
Well, I think they've got their own agenda for population control right now. It's kind of unraveling as we speak, isn't
yes,
it?
it is, Scotty. It is, my friend. And
They've got their own idea how they want to control the population. So
you're on our Discord, right?
yeah,
Good. Yeah, it's good that you're on Discord and dropping links.
I wanted to like go with Lord Humongous and do the California tour, but here's the thing: if I even got a work visa and went to America,
Mhm.
Trudeau won't let you back into Canada without a vaccine, right? So here's the thing: you can go out of Canada and go to America, but you know, in order to get back in, it requires a vaccine. So that's what I'm saying about you know, they're kind of making vaccines mandatory, right? Because
Okay, hold on, Scotty. Hold up.
Like-
Listen to this one. You can't renew your driver's license. Apparently, they're going to roll this out in Ontario. You can't renew your driver's license unless you get the shot.
yeah, so and it's only going to get worse too, right? So it's kind of like, oh, you're really not giving people a choice whether they can have the vaccine or not, because you're going to take everything from them, including driver's license. Can't return into the country if you ever wanted to leave. You know, maybe you want to go on a vacation, or maybe you want to go to America and see your buddy, and you know,
But isn't there some sort of international law that no matter what, your country of birth cannot refuse you entry? Isn't there like an international law on that if you have no country to go to, your country of birth always by law or some international has to take you regardless?
I think that's right. The problem with these laws is it becomes a time when you have to enforce them, right? And that's really the problem, because you're fighting against people, you know, that won't let you even enforce these laws, even though, like, here's the thing, like, to me, this land is not owned by governments, you know.
It's
This
owned by
land
the
is
people.
God's land. No, this is God's land,
Mhm.
okay? And the only ruler over me is God.
Mhm.
And these people hate hearing that.
Oh, I
because
love
these
I love
people
God.
want to be your ruler, right? That's how they see it. They rule you, you know. But there's powers higher than them. And they never want to admit that to you, right? So
You know who my leader is?
who's your leader?
Jesus Christ.
Exactly. That's
He's
my
the
leader
guy who
too.
basically, you know, don't he who is without sin cast the first stone. The Prince of Peace, Jesus Christ. That's my kind of guy.
Yeah, they never want you to say that to them, you know. They hate hearing that. They're not your ruler. You know, that hurts them. So
Well, isn't that what a lot of these fascist governments, when they remove religion, they basically they remove religion and then they go ahead and put government in place of religion.
Well, that's what they're trying to do right now. If you look, even Alberta, well, it's all across Canada. They're going after the churches right now. They in Alberta were locking the churches while the pastors were having service.
Mhm.
You know, they sent like 10, a ridiculous amount of cops, like half of the police force, to chain and lock the churches while the pastor is speaking, literally in the middle of a service. So
Yeah. It doesn't surprise me one bit. I do have some good news if you're living in parts of California. They're reopening, and parts of New York, they're reopening the After School Satan Club.
yeah, yeah.
That was on the news, by the way.
Well, that tells you exactly what they want you to believe in, right? So it's kind of obvious if you stand back and look at some of these things, right? So
Yeah, Ricky Spanish was on the show earlier, and he brought up some almost the same way you're saying it, but a little bit different. He's kind of, kind of trying to say it without saying it. You know what I'm saying? But
Ricky
well,
Spanish.
that's another issue nowadays, right? It's they have people like me and you. We have to talk in code, or else they're they're gonna spank us, right? Give us some sort of weird vindictive punishment, for I thought we were free, right? I thought I could say whatever I wanted.
well, you're given
then-
God-given rights at birth, right?
Yeah, so it's free speech, but you can't say this, right? So is it free speech? I don't know.
Dude, they had free speech at the time of Jesus.
Yeah. Well,
Think about it. You got a guy, telling it how it is, what they're going to do, putting people in line, telling people how they're going to pay, the righteous people and the people that basically love what's available. You know what I'm saying? You had a guy back. Imagine trying going out and doing that today, what they'll do to you.
Oh, that's that's the thing, right? It's they're going against anybody that tries to even start to organize or starts to exercise some of these rights, and they just try to clobber you, right?
Scott,
And
did
they
you see
won't
Mike in
even
the
let
Night
you
on
rise
Saturday?
up. I did, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Did you see what happened in Argentina? They shut down the internet to stop people from organizing.
Yeah, because as soon as they fear for a second that the people are kind of on to this sort of nonsense that's being orchestrated, right? And then they just come after you with an iron fist, It's actually scary,
It is.
It's
I'm shaking in my boots. But you know what? I have the power. You know what? We have look, Scott, we got one thing on our side they don't, and it's God.
yeah, well, and that's what they don't realize, right? Because they don't understand something like that. It's like I said, this isn't their land. This isn't their country. This isn't their planet. Okay? The only person that rules this planet, there's one person. Jesus Christ rules this planet, and it hurts them when you tell them that because they want to rule it. They think it's their planet. No. It's never been their planet, and it never will. And that's the truth. And they don't want to hear that.
Love conquers all. All right, Scott. Thanks so much for calling in and giving us an update, and I really appreciate your time. And Lord Humongous is saying Scott is welcome on the tour anytime. So
Yeah.
you guys, you and Lord Humongous should talk in the chat there on Discord, okay? Thank you, Scott.
Yeah, no problem.
God bless you.
Yeah, take care, Mike.
Bye. That is Silver Scott, who called in. That's first time call. Woo! Silver Scott. Oh, I have to have my Outlook open to receive Skype calls. All right, I need to get Dominic on here. What the hell's going on with these property taxes?
Hey, brother man, how you doing?
Good, Dominic. How you doing? But I hear my reverb here a little bit. Maybe lower the
Hang on a
volume.
sec.
Yeah.
Hang on a sec. So let me turn my little JBL speaker down. Okay, go ahead. Talk.
All right. Good. It's so good to hear from you. That video was a big eye opener. I shared that video, and guys, I'm not sure. I don't even know if I'm allowed to share this right now, but I shared the video that Dominic has on BitChute. So Dominic, if you don't mind going on our Discord and just going ahead and leaving the link to your BitChute, we got a lot of people on our Discord. They're like live monitoring it right now as we speak.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So we have a
it's got almost 1,000 views in one day. I was quite surprised.
Do you know how many times I shared that video today?
Yeah, it's probably because of you. Because
940 times I shared
100 friends. Actually, the 100 friends that I do have on Facebook, I think that 95 of them have put me on block. Because I'm constantly sending stuff to people, and then I don't even get a thumbs up or a, hey, thanks for that. But I think they're just sick of me, to be quite honest. But I don't care.
But you know what? I'm looking at the right now. We got a lot of people right now live in our live chat, 24-hour chat, and we have live voice discussion 24 hours. So you could jump into voice chat if you want to talk to somebody on the Discord here from the channel, and that's a really good thing. Yeah.
I didn't know that you had I was unaware that you had a Discord.
Okay, if you go to the top of my YouTube channel, on the top it says Discord. The link is there. It is working still. It expires in a few days. Go there. Go ahead and accept the invite, and then create an account. Just do DM or Dominic so we know it's you, because you're known on the channel, so it's kind of better to be known so people know exactly who they're messaging, right?
I'll put the BitChute address in the chat now.
Please do that
on this program. All right, boom, there it is, everybody.
And this way we could get that rolling, because this video was a big wake up call. I sent it to a lot of people, and I also sent it to who did I send it to? I sent it to via email. I never email anybody, and I send that via email, the link to tons of people.
Well, when I posted it on YouTube, they struck it within 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And I put no meta tags on it either.
You know something? Let me tell you something. I got a video taken down this morning on property taxes.
Yeah, well, you know what? This is what I mean when people start talking about the value of their homes. It's like, wow, I had this realtor friend of mine. I was talking to him the other day, and he's giggling, almost like he's enjoying it. And he's like, boy, I bet you wish you didn't sell your house and move now. Hey, you were like, where? And he's like, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, almost gloating at the fact that the home that I sold is worth more now than when I sold it, like your quality of life and what I've been doing the last couple of years. And the money that I would have made on my home, I made in the stock market anyway. So the guy can go pound sand. It doesn't really matter. But the fact is, how does it really help anybody or make you think that you're worth? Sure, if you plan on selling your home and moving to Thailand, or if you plan on selling your home and buying a camper or a van and living in a van down by the river, well, that's just great. That's fine. You got a lot of cash in the bank that you can work with. Mm-hmm. But when the house across the street has gone up, and in everywhere in the country that all the house prices have gone up, mm-hmm. the only thing that you've become is a tax slave, because your property taxes are based on a percentage of the value of your home, and that's how this works. Governments just love it.
But Dominic, Dominic, let me just introduce. Yeah. When I moved into my house 5 years ago, it was $1,400. Now my property tax is $3,400.
Yeah, but what was your house worth 5 years ago as compared to what
$260 grand? I bought it for.
That's right. And what's it worth now?
Like $560.
That's right. So that's how they do it. Your wages may not have increased. Nothing has changed with the house. It's not as though you've got gilded eaves troughs now and everything like that. It's just the fact that this is how they get more money out of you. They're constantly giving themselves wage increases. If you dive deep into what these members of parliament are making and your city council members, and that, it's a steady increase in salary. Steady, just like a train on a track. Where is that money supposed to come from? So what they do is they open up the borders, and you've got a ton of South Asians pouring into the country, and then housing prices start to go up, and then you get this fear of missing out, and everybody's freaking out. House prices are going up through the roof, while the governments are sitting back going, great, housing prices are going up, which just means our wages are going up, and they're all high-fiving each other. Like, they are literally the enemy. Now, government is now the enemy of the people, 100%. They're supposed to be working for the people. They are supposed to be employees of the people, but a shift happened, and I blame the public. And I hate to say it, but this complacency, this attitude of where, well, I don't want to know, I don't really care, I really don't pay much attention to that stuff. That is the general consensus with most people that I speak to. They don't have a clue. They know when the next episode of Friends is on, and they know what one athlete, his jersey number, and what size shoe he wears. They'll know all that stuff, and government is very much aware of this. You know, when they're rolling out these vaccines, and I had someone mentioned to me that they go, well, the vaccines are free. It's like, no, they're not. They're not free. They borrow money from the central bank. The central bank is a bunch of people that we don't even know.
Right.
We don't even know who these are. And they're lending this money to your government at interest to pay for those vaccines. And there's probably kickbacks and briefcases full of cash and little fucking flat screen TVs sent to people's homes. Who knows? Like, who knows, really?
Okay.
About it.
I don't want to go too much off topic because that's a Mike in the Night thing, because I don't want to get shut down. But I like how you say that. Everyone get a flat screen in the mail. But
Mike,
now here,
back in the day when I owned my nightclub, I heard all the stories of club owners before I built my club, and I was just a performer. I was a musician playing all the clubs, and these bar owners would literally furnish their homes from kickbacks from the liquor reps. You know, the Corona guy would come in and he'd be like, "Hey, how's it going? What do you guys need? Oh, you need t-shirts and jackets for your staff? Do you guys all need running shoes? Do you guys need?" They had an unlimited budget that they would write off, from a tax purpose,
right?
And it would just be advertising, promotion, PR, right? Mm-hmm. And then just my luck, when I open up my bar, the government comes in and stomps a mud hole into that. So I've got my liquor reps coming to the club, and I'm like, "Hey, you want me to put, Stoli on, or you want me to put Smirnoff on for, run a special or something, and you're bringing me one bottle? That's your gift to me? I'm supposed to put this on special and just lose money?" And every liquor rep said to me, they're like, "Dom, our hands are tied. We can't give anything away, nothing." I go, "Well, what do they care if you come in and give my staff a bunch of Corona t-shirts? Like, if I'm going to put Corona on special on Sunday nights and create some sort of island theme and maybe bring in a calypso band or something like that, mm-hmm. some Mexican band or something like that, whatever. I want my staff to be dressed the part. I want the club to look the part, and you create almost, it's like you blow up balloons at a birthday party. It just creates that atmosphere, right? And man, you couldn't get anything. And then I spoke to club owners that own bars like 10, 15 years before me. Man, their TV was paid for by Corona. They got a new fridge and stove, which was paid for by Molson. They got a vacuum cleaner sent to the house. They got free carpeting it was just ridiculous. And I just thought it was going to be just fantastic. Just my luck. As soon as I come in, it's like, it just ends. I got zero. Couldn't even get a t-shirt out of them.
Yeah.
So they love it. Governments love it. They're going to raise your property taxes. They're going to raise the prices of everything.
We got an issue.
And you know what they're going to say, Mike? You know what they're going to say? Well, we got to pay this COVID bill. Meanwhile, There's this one reporter, I think I sent you the video. There's a reporter in India, and this woman she's really attractive, and she's a reporter for the number one television station in India, and she's got a bee in her bonnet when it comes to Justin Trudeau. Man, that girl is ripping into him, doing these little op-eds every couple of weeks, and she's like, look what Trudeau's up to now. I guess because they realize there's a lot of South Asians in Canada and stuff like that, and they talk back and forth with their family members and so on and so forth. But she never has a good thing to say about him. So she broke down the numbers this week. You're not going to see any of this on CBC or anything like that. The amount of money, the billions of dollars, it's like hundreds of millions an hour that is being spent on this whole COVID pandemic scam. Hundreds of millions an hour.
That's a lot of that's a lot of infrastructure going into that. Now,
absolutely.
Before we get into severely off topic, I want to talk first really quickly. Now, the problem is, properties have in some major cities in Canada, some properties have gone up 21 to 30% in the last 10 months. Okay? Now, here's the problem with that. Why the hell would they raise property taxes if the property prices are going up already? The property prices are going up. It's going to be offset already, and you will have higher property taxes. Why would they want to raise it? Oh, it's going to be below 5%. Who are going to live, Dominic? Who's going to live in these big cities anymore?
Well, it's not, Mike. It's not that they're raising the property taxes. The property taxes are based on the value of the home.
Oh, but they're actually raising the property tax a couple of percentage points in some cities across Canada already. I understand it's on the value of the home, but they're actually raising it a few basis points.
So are you saying that in areas where home prices have not changed at all, property taxes are going up?
In some places too, yeah. This last 2 weeks, Dominic, I got my property tax assessment. I got my property tax in. I've received almost 1,000 emails in the last couple of days just on property taxes going up in Nebraska, Massachusetts, property taxes going up in Vancouver, Ottawa.
But but all their property values are going up too. So
right.
The government is never going to allow you to make money. Mike Martin's made a couple $100,000 on his home in Merritt. We got to squeeze a little bit of blood out of that guy. So raise his property taxes.
But they're also thinking of actually taxing people on the equity on their homes.
Yeah. Mike, we're going back. It's almost like we've reverted back to the days of kings and queens. Hear ye, citizens of whatever village. And the kids are in bare feet and ragged clothes and dirt on their faces, and all you got are a couple of chickens and a goat and something, and the sheriff of Nottingham is coming around trying to squeeze everybody. It's the same thing. Nothing has changed. We've just got it's like Gerald Celente says, we're all going to be working on the plantation in Slavelandia, by people that we thought had our backs. By people that we thought cared about us. Do you really think Trudeau gives a shit about Canadians or people? He doesn't. It's all a theater. It's all a show. All the world's a stage, It almost seems pointless now. It's like all of these politicians, I shouldn't say all of them, because there's people like Rand Paul and stuff like that, and people that you see, they're grinding away at this as their whole COVID narrative is just crumbling at the foundation. It's all falling apart. A year ago or 14 months ago, I was ostracized by everybody. I was like, you guys aren't believing this, are you? It's like going to see a magician and everybody in the audience thinks it's real. And I'm the only one going, it's a trick. It's really a good trick. It's really good. Like, that's a great illusion. Oh, no, it's real, man. That girl that he cut in half, he really cut her in half. It's like, no, he didn't. He didn't cut her in half. So this whole thing, when Fauci started like backpedaling and then all these mistakes and we're going to open up and then close down, it's one of two things. Either they're the most incompetent people that we've ever seen and really dumb, or they're corrupt. That's it. You have two choices to make. Really, really stupid and incompetent. And if that is the case, then they all need to go. Right. Because
Long
You
time
know,
ago. But
everybody,
they got to get the mail-in
everybody,
ballots. They got to do all the Mickey Mousing, and that's the problem we're in right now because I don't think no one's going to go anywhere anytime soon. I want to thank Anthony Ruvalacaba for sending me $5. Lord Humongous, stop deleting Metal Gear Mark III. Come on, guys, let people talk on here. Metal Gear Mark III, do not stop deleting people's comments on here. I mean, people are just, talking here. So...
You know, Mike, I think everybody listening right now, everybody knows somebody or has a family member that is just terrible with money. It doesn't matter how much money they make. They're just always broke and they're borrowing it. I'm the type of person where since I was 15 years old, I remember my mom saying, God rest her soul. And she was having an argument with my older sister once, who was just, terrible. She was a bucket with holes in it. And she had a good job. And my sister mentioned me or something in this discussion or argument my mom was having with her in the kitchen. And my mom said, your brother hasn't cost us a penny since he's been 15 years old. And I've always been that way. Never, I'll just go without. I'm not going to borrow money from somebody. I just don't like that. The person that I'm referring to that is always broke is your government. They're that person that that cannot manage his money. They're that person that that their house looks like a bomb hit it. You walk in and there's clothing everywhere and dirt piled up and boxes. I've been over at people's houses and I'm like, well, what's with all the boxes? Oh, we haven't gotten around to that yet. We moved in 2 years ago. We still haven't unpacked the boxes yet. It's like, are you kidding me? This is your government. That's your government. That's who's working for you. There is no efficiency. There's no efficiency. If they were running a restaurant, they would go out of business. If they were running a clothing store, they would go out of business. If they're running a paving contracting business or a home builder thing, their houses would fall down and there would be potholes all over the place.
Right, I understand. Like a lot of these people will never survive in the private sector. Like in a private, like I wouldn't hire half these people to do a mop job.
So then in that same sentence, why are we listening to them?
Right. That's the thing.
It's almost like I'll use the analogy of going back to the era of kings and queens. It's almost like the king died and his incompetent, retarded son is now the king. He's mentally disabled for whatever reason, didn't get enough oxygen, or he's like really dumb. He's like the goofy, he's an alcoholic, he's a stumbled down, just a type of person and he's now the king. He's the king. He's the one everyone's got to listen to. And he's coming out with all these goofy rules.
Isn't there a word in Italian for that called morte di fama?
Perhaps, yeah.
Morte di fama.
Yeah. Yeah, we're at a stage now where I don't know if I'm just hyper aware now. I'm at the age now where, when you're younger, I never really knew what was going on with regards to government and stuff like that. I was more interested in working on my car, guitars, chicks, and music, and it's like I didn't even know who was who, So I get it if I'm talking to young people and you get the deer in the headlights, right? They don't know what's going on. Well, I was once there too. But when you get to the age of 40 and you're still a liberal, there's a problem. You're not paying attention, son. You're not. Because it's normal to see these young teenagers and young people, all about everything is about racism or gender and all of this stupid shit that doesn't really matter, at the end of the day. This racist narrative, what's this bullshit about? All of a sudden, we're all racists all of a sudden. Didn't hear anything about racism in 2018. What, now all of a sudden we're all racists? Everything you say, everybody's feelings are
everything you
hurt.
say will be held against you in a racist way.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous.
That's how they want to shut people up. And you know what? I don't mind being called a racist. Just don't call me a toaster.
The media, they're going to die. They're
Well, the
absolutely
media's
dead.
already dead. They're forcing it through YouTube. They're forcing the mainstream media. I go on I have Google Maps in my I put in stereo in my Corvette. And I have Google Maps, and it works off my navigator, so it downloads the maps that I need, and it takes me there with the navigator. What's the first thing that shows up on my navigator on Maps? Covey updates in your area. Click here to get updates and download them on your system so you know what areas to stay out of.
Yeah, you know it's a psyop. You know this is a psyop. Look, if there was a pandemic, we would be hearing sirens every night. We would be looking out our living room windows and seeing the coroner van across the street. It's like, yeah, well, guess Dave kicked the bucket last night. Jeez, you know, it would be an actual plague.
It'd be a 21% death rate.
100%. You know, but the thing is, COVID was invented for the vaccines. Not the other way around. Vaccines weren't invented for COVID. COVID was invented. Here's the agenda. And we've known about this since 2012, you know, and I've known about UN Agenda 21 for a decade. And when I talked about it in 2014 and sending links of Rosa Chiore to people and stuff going, check this out, man. The government wants to move everybody into the cities. They want to put the rural land right back to, put it right back to nature. They're pushing this climate change agenda to really just scare everybody and drum it in. But I remember in the 70s, we were supposed to have an ice age that was coming. They just keep flipping the script and rewriting it and passing it down.
Dominic.
It's like these old politicians who are like retiring are taking the young politicians and go, come on, son, I'm going to have to teach you about a few things, and pulls out a piece of paper and goes, all right, here's the list. Now you can change the narrative any way you want. You got climate change, write it down. Now you got some type of virus or something, write that down. You're going to need it because you're going to need to spin something with there. What we did in my day was we done this, you know, and he'll tell him this. And now you just kind of make it your own. This is what they're doing because none of this is new. I remember when Al Gore came out 20 years ago.
I remember he said Florida will be underwater in 2007.
And I started laughing. And most of my family members were freaking out. And I go, all right, take a glass, fill it up with ice, and then pour it to the rim with water, right to the rim. Another drop, it's going to ooze over the side. And I want you to leave it on the counter. And in the morning, when it's all melted, I want you to see that glass. And see, now you're going to expect with all of those ice cubes melting in that glass, there's going to be water all over the counter, right?
Mm-hmm. That's what most people would think.
It's displacement. So I remember when Al Gore was talking, I'm like, well, yeah, it's a shame that the icebergs are melting, but it's just displacement. So how are the seas supposed to rise?
But here's the problem, Dominic. Hold on. Here's the problem with that. The problem with that is the actual coastline in parts of Florida actually receded.
Of course they did, because you know what? The icebergs are growing.
They've grown. They've grown. We're going into a grand solar minimum now. You know, and almost like they know it. You know what? And it's going to be tough for farmers. It's going to be tough for the next 10 years. You know, you're going to see food prices that you've never seen before. Oh, food's going to be crazy. Food's going to be... Dominic, we're going to have you on Mike in the Night so we can get into this a little bit deeper because...
All right, buddy.
Yeah, because they're going to flag this down. I'm really scared with YouTube now because I think I'm on thin ice right now.
Yeah. Well, you know what we should do is make up code words for things. You know, like Chesterfield will be for government, you know. So every time I say Chesterfield, I'm talking about, yeah. And just make up different names. So anybody that's new would be watching it going, what the hell are these guys talking about? But, you know, like, have a code and then just put it up on the side of your screen or something like that. But yeah, it was amazing. Just going back to that little 4-minute video that I made on Luc Montagnier, who is the world's foremost virologist. Like, it doesn't get any better than this guy. And if people go to BitChute and they check out that I don't know,
Dominic,
it's just 4 minutes.
Go on Discord. Go on our Discord. My Discord link's on top of the channel. Let me see if I could put it right now in the comments. This is the Discord. Yeah, Discord invite in the comments. Go to Discord, set up an account, put the link in there, and then I can start sending it to people from Discord because I don't want to send it directly because I'm going to get in trouble with ScrewTube.
Gotcha. Okay, I will definitely do that, brother.
Yeah, and keep chatting because Ricky Spanish is in there right now talking.
Ricky, you know what? That sound bite that you have, Ricky Spanish. I kill myself laughing every time I hear it. It's
Really?
just like, where did you get that from? Because that is hilarious.
Well, Ricky Spanish has been coming on the show for a long time now.
No, I mean the sample of the girl's voice going, Ricky Spanish.
Ricky
Like, where did you get that?
Hey, a true creator doesn't expose his sources.
It's hilarious. Every time, the other night or a couple of months ago, you had him on, and I was in the kitchen. I usually listen to you in the background while I'm doing stuff, and you said, "Oh, we got Ricky Spanish." So I was expecting some Spanish guy. You know, I thought, oh, Mike knows somebody in Mexico or in some South American country. And then so before he came on, and then I was like, oh wow, okay. And then you had the Ricky Spanish. I was killing myself laughing, and then you kept hitting the button like 5 or 6 times. I was like killing myself laughing. So yeah, good on you, man. You made me laugh.
All right, Dominic. Be good, and we'll stay in touch. And sometimes, Dominic, if I don't get back to you right away on Facebook, it's because I don't get no more notifications when you message me on Facebook. I have to physically go to my what you call it? My actual like messenger and go to your name and see if you message me. I don't get notifications when you message me anymore, ever.
Why is that? Why is that happening to you?
It happened with you. It happened with another friend of mine from Vancouver that messages me. I don't get notifications anymore from like 8 or 9 people.
Maybe I should like unfriend you and then send you a friend request, or vice versa. Like unfriend me and then send a friend request and refriend, and maybe that'll fix whatever the problem is.
We could do that, or just start message me in Discord. I get a notification when someone messages me directly in Discord.
All right, I will do that.
It's like Messenger,
Absolutely.
so you could message me directly.
Okay, buddy.
All right, we'll talk later, Dominic. God bless you, and be strong, okay?
Okay, you too, brother.
Ciao. That is Dominic, who's down in Mexico, who fled Vancouver, sold his stuff, and he effed off to Mexico. Sorry. To Mexico, and I see some photos he posts once in a while of where he's at. He's living a good life. He left Canada. He said goodbye, Canada. Left Canada in the rearview mirror and went to Mexico. And yeah, it's kind of interesting where things are going to be headed. I don't know, man. To be honest, I think Dominic is about 4 steps ahead of the game. I think I'm 2 steps ahead of the game. I left the city. I saw what was happening. I left the city 5 years ago. I kept telling people on my channel, get the hell out of the city. Get out of the city. Oh, where am I going to get a job now? I live in the city. I need a job. Now there's no jobs because of COVID, and they just locked down They just locked down Victoria. All right. So let's go back to property taxes before my channel gets shut down. And, oops. I think I just closed a window here. Give me a second, guys, here. Sorry about that. Okay, guys, this is a Discord right here. Crypto Overlord's in here. Crypto Overlord is in here already. On the Crypto Overlord. And a lot of people here in the comments right now. So if you want the chat to go on 24/7, we do have a voice channel available if you guys want to join it. Oh, I have to create a voice channel. Oh, okay. I'll create a voice channel. But guys, please don't go in there and start swearing and doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? If you don't mind, just be kind of good with it. You know what I'm saying? And there it is. Everybody here from the channel already here. Missy's here. Lord Humongous is here. Layla. See, Layla was posting earlier today on what's happening there. Hopefully we can get what's his name? Supreme Canon on here to find out what's going on and on his neck of the woods. But oh god. Yeah, We got a couple of callers in today, so I don't feel too bad. So there it is, guys. If you're just tuning in towards late in the show, Canadians now owe $260 billion in HELOC debt. Canadians are owing more money in debt. There's also something here out of Canada, too, that people need to keep. The BMO revises worst-case forecast for Canadian real estate to a much larger drop. No one can get into the markets unless they can get more wealthy investors in and get more birth tourism up. Then maybe they could actually get something rolling, but I don't see them really doing that. I think Hong Kong is exhausting its wealth. It's exhausted its wealth, and I think America's the new place to go for Chinese investors. So we'll see what happens with the Hong Kongers. Edmonton to collect $2.2 billion in property tax. Vancouver mayor affirms property tax hike under 5%. So the houses in Vancouver are already expensive, but they're going to raise taxes. Oh, but don't worry, it's going to be under 5%. And here are where property taxes jump the most. San Francisco, blue state. San Jose, blue city. Seattle, blue. Atlanta, Georgia's blue now. San Diego, blue. Tampa, red. Denver, blue. Raleigh, I think, is blue. And Columbus, Ohio is blue. So you get who you vote for. There it is. Property taxes going up 11% in San Francisco. Holy Max. Holy Max. Oh, Dorico's calling. Yo, I've been trying to reach you. A lot tougher to get than the president.
Well, I don't want to be the president.
I missed your call. Apparently, you called me during Mike in the Night, and I noticed after that you called me. I'm like, wait, how come he's not coming through?
It's all right. Anyways, guys want to hear some fun?
Okay, but no swearing.
I'm trying not to swear.
Okay.
So today we're going into the wonderful world of the Government of Canada and the Office of the Superintendent of Financial Institutions.
Okay.
All right. Who we are and who we regulate. Well, one, it's banks, trust companies, loan companies, life insurance companies, fraternal benefit societies, property and casual insurance companies, and some foreign bank representatives.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all good and dandy, right? And we want to make sure that we have good people working underneath us. So the very first thing we do is, how do we get a job there? So we go to job opportunities. If you thrive on challenges, you'll find them at OSFI, an independent agency government of Canada responsible for regulating and supervising all federally registered financial institutions. Appointment opportunity, superintendent. You know, the dude that's supposed to be running the show, it's empty.
Well, hold on. Listen, hold on. I'm going to stay on topic here. Hold on. I just saw something that, I don't know if it was posted. Are you on our, you better get on our Discord, because we're dropping some big links on there. And you share me stuff all the time on Skype, and I can't get to all of them, or I don't see them until it's like too late. Why don't you start posting them on our Discord so we could see them?
All right, I'll have to set up a profile and such.
It doesn't. You could be totally anonymous on there, but at least keep your name so we know it's you that calls in. But anyways, yes, let me say something. Ricky Spanish. Okay, Ricky Spanish dropped a link on there today that was actually discussing how Canada is its government is gonna be, it's pushing towards fully automation.
Yep.
Like, there's a huge thing from the government of Canada with the whole breakdown, with the whole synopsis on how it's going to work. It's from 2021 to 2025. I don't know if you saw that, but Ricky Spanish actually posted that today in our whatchamacallit here.
I think that's the GIC Transformation Systems Services.
Right.
That would be, I think that's Government Shared Services Committees. Anyways. I never look at those guys anymore. It's sort of like the rest of the stuff. I kind of just walked away. Okay. But I love the job opportunity giggling, because by golly, this is so much fun. The appointees must uphold the highest standards of probity and the values of ethics code for public sector. So you know that under the Trudeau government, that means nothing. Oh my golly.
Yep.
Yeah. So nobody. So when I was watching how it was being they were doing the stress test studies for the mortgage at 5.85 plus current rate for all new mortgages after June 1st this year, or is it July 1st? No, I think it's June. Should be June. Anyhow, so that's where this is coming into play. But remember, all appointees are subject to Conflicts of Interest Act. Very hardcore.
Dude, you know what? I
Oh, dude, you should see the requirements. It's hilarious. Do you see? I think we just should all start making job opportunities, like little job vlogs. So applying for all of these silly things. It says like a university degree with in a relative discipline. Significant experience in banking, risk management, finance, and regulatory function.
Oh, I got some
Interfacing
good
with-
news. I got some good news for you, D.
What's that?
The state of Victoria in Australia, the province of Victoria in Australia is back on lockdown. Somebody coughed.
Oh, I know.
Somebody coughed.
Once again, Manitoba won't be out of lockdown for like until after August. When I think it'll be 2 weeks after Ford opens everything up in like after July 21st or whatever, they'll close it down again.
But how come
if you guys
Florida
go
and
to-
Texas have been like wide open?
Oh, well, remember a while ago I was telling you about the bankruptcy with the towboats?
Mhm.
And that's docking of major shipping industries?
That's correct. Yes, you did.
That's all coming out of bankruptcy, just sort of like the Hertz stuff that's being restructured.
Right.
So goods and services are starting to flow more on the coast. They're having, I believe it's in Montreal Harbor, they're having people shortages for not going to in the docks. Because when I was looking at shipping containers going out of the country versus into the country and what their loads were, like if we get say 3 tons in, usually we'll get like 2.5 tons out. There was less than a ton going out. So that was interesting too. And go ahead.
I wanted to throw something in there about the interview or the interview process of what you were talking about. You know, Lord Humongous just brought up a really good topic there. They're offering $50 just for an interview in Florida. Yeah, that was on the news.
Oh, that's what we should do. Oh my gosh, that would be so hilarious.
Well, the
We should just do
private
like
sector.
a-
Here's the problem with the private sector. Okay, the private sector. If you're a private sector business owner, you want to hire someone that's obviously going to be qualified for the job, right?
Oh no, if you're in the private sector and you want to get going, you have to have an administrator from the government that knows all of the bureaucratic red tape.
Oh, I get
it's
that, but I'm
crazy.
saying if you want people in the front
And
lines
if
working for
you really
you,
want to start playing with the game, right? On almost every major city like Winnipeg, Calgary, Vancouver for surezies, Toronto, they all have something called the World Trade Center, WTC. The things that they blew up in 9/11. Each city has one of these little crews, and they are your main vehicle for investment in the small, medium enterprises if you really want to go down those roads. And there's so much flowing money right now, dude. Liquidity is not the issue. But putting it into something that's useful, these people are no good at that.
right? Well, we had Dominic on earlier saying there's always people that are bad with money, right? And our government's one of them.
Oh, dude, I knew that Trudy was going to be a terrible person with the money bags. And then Christine doesn't even know how to manage her own checkbook. And she doesn't even know what the hell she's spending. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. Like abandoned wells are going to be the big problem next because the latest law court smashed, a Dutch court smashed Royal Dutch Shell. And they got to cut all their CO2 emissions by 45%.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did in Texas, what the Obama administration did in Texas, where they were charging them carbon credits for if they produce more power than they were
less power.
Yeah, and they were going to get sued by the Obama or the governments, where we'll sue these coal companies in Texas, and look what happened.
Yep, and that's going to come down in the Agenda 2030 too. I think it's like 3 watts per meter squared. I think it is their metric, something like that. for calculating like your global dot bubble. It's like a crypto thingy. Remember, that's identification warfare.
Mhm.
I'd have to reread all of that crap. I forget so much about that. But yeah, that's what I thought was hilarious. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to give you a shout out about that thing. I thought that was hilarious. So no one's driving this boat.
Can you
Uh,
call us on Mike in the Night, because I think it's going to be a big Mike. Every Mike in the Night's been a big Mike in the Night every Saturday, because for some bizarro reason, I don't even know what title to put on the show, because within 3 hours the whole world would shift.
Oh, this week you should have the Heinz Mega Pack as your title.
Does he know Ricky Spanish?
Because you have no idea what the Heinz 57
Ricky
is going to give you.
I like your laugh. I like how you laugh. I love your laugh. Okay, D, get on Discord. Get on the Discord. Okay, I'm gonna put a link right now in the live chat to the Discord. So this way you could get on there, and you could. All these links you're sending me are great. Put them in the Discord so other people could see it too, right?
Yeah. Anyways, Mitch, big love. Anyhow, I run away. Have a great night, guys.
God bless you, D. Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao. All right, that is D Rico. You could find him on, hopefully he's on Discord, because he sends me so much stuff. Dominic sends me so much stuff. Who else? David Sue sends me so much stuff. I need Hitting Stacks. I don't know if he's on the show tonight, but Hitting Stacks sends me so much. Yeah, yo, Mike, do you have a Discord? Here we go. Hitting Stacks. Oh, I don't even want to read. I can't even read what he just sent me here. Yeah, I can't even read what Hitting Stacks just sent me. I can't even read that. Yep. This is a very interesting time we're living in, guys. I don't even know how to kind of word things out. Okay, guys, let's get the next few shows promoted, if you guys don't mind. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to promote the next couple of shows. So, guys, you're watching Property Tax Going Crazy. We did discuss some property tax, and we got some Mike in the Nights coming up. So, guys, 5 days through the night. Don't forget to set your reminders for this Saturday's Mike in the Night. 5 days through a night. Through the night. Sorry. I'm going to leave you a link here. Please set your reminders for this show. I don't even know what to call the show, so it's people... what's the topic? You know what? I don't know what the topic is, because we don't even know. 5 days through the night. Money for Nothing next week. Next week's show. Don't forget to join us for Money for Nothing on Commonwealth for Common People. And guys, don't forget, the next week, after next week, Mike in the Night, background noise. Don't forget to set your reminders for background noise. And guys, if you need a jingle for your show or something, don't forget to contact ralphie.co.new Zealand, rafi.co.new Zealand. Don't forget to contact ralphie.co.new Zealand if you need a jingle like the Mike in the Night intro and all that stuff. He'll make you one for a good price. And guys, Amerifornia is doing well. Don't forget, I'm going to get a Ricky Spanish shirt made up soon. I already have people messaging me they want a Ricky Spanish shirt. So I'll work on getting something for Ricky Spanish done. Also, where was I? Guys, please... just message me on Instagram. If you don't want to go on Discord, go ahead and message me on Instagram, please. Here's a Discord right here. Guys, don't forget to... I'm going to give you the Discord link here. I'm not sure if this link goes to it. I don't know. The link always expires. And we got Metal Gear Mark III already in there. Don't forget to join us on Discord. Artbydano.com, not your typical art. Dano's saying that his online sales have increased, so it's really good, guys. He's one of us. He's going to come on Mike in the Night this Saturday to discuss how his booth got trashed. His booth got trashed. He's coming on Mike in the Night. We got big news articles to back it up, and he's going to explain in Huntington Beach there on the pier where his booth was, got trashed by an angry mob. And, guys... don't forget to donate towards Mike in the Night Amerifornia Tour 2021. 2020 to 2021, 2022. Lord Humongous is taking the van on the road. I'm going to donate some money tonight. I'm going to get on the... Here you go. There you go, guys. The California tour. He's gonna meet up with Morgan in Arizona, Dano in California. Gonna go around, collect stories. Let's do a good thing, let's do this. This is a good thing. I totally believe in this. So just like every one of you guys, I believe in all of you guys. So, I don't know what to say anymore. We're in a position right now in our lives where it's almost hard. Guys, I'm going to leave a link for last week's Mike in the Night. It's actually really popular right now. So if you guys want to watch last week, if you want to continue watching my face, go to last week's Mike in the Night. It was so good. Right here. Fatal in contact with skin. This show was good. This is last week's show, Mike in the Night. So if you guys want to watch this show, you want to watch this one because it's really good. We got a lot of good callers. We even had Ricky Spanish on the show. And then we had our resident, there it is, Mike in the Night there if you guys want to watch. We did have Ricky Spanish on, make an appearance.
Ricky Spanish.
And we had our resident scientist come on and explain what's happening with this. You want to watch this one? You really want to watch what's happening here with this because it's actually big. And a lot of the things we talk about on Mike in the Night is basically what the media is telling us. We're not even making stuff up. If anything, we predict on this show. We do a good job. A good damn job predicting on this show. Yeah. I hope that's all I wanted to say, guys. Hope you get what I'm saying here. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. Let's get some Commonwealth for common people. Thank you, Mike Gears. Thanks, Big Kiwi. Thanks, VMan293. Thank you, Order Divine Warrior. Scott. Lord Humongous, Alan Howick, Anthony Ruvalacaba, Mitch Madden, Jay Pastor, Brian House Cartoons, Trust the Silence, Big Kiwi, Ricky Spanish, Scott Horeca. Who else? Did I say Anthony Ruvalacaba? I think I did. Who else we got here? Let me go up there. Low Roller Scratcher. Mike Banks. Papa Pissed. Order Divine Warrior. Gem Rose. Bat Soup. Pure Grosu. All right, you guys, take care. And if you can't take care, stay safe. Mike Martin signing off.